Today we are going to tackle one of the hardest four-wheel drive tracks in northern Queensland, otherwise known as the CREB track.
Everyone's waiting to see who's going to go first. Yeah, me too. All these are they'll all have the CREB track in them. Where were these?
I don't know, they were sitting on your front seat.
That's what I was looking for. I must have got them out the other day. Couldn't find them.
Got to get a dementia test.
I am getting one. I was supposed to be getting one tomorrow.
That's what business does to you.
I'm old age.
Yep.
I just want to be careful because my dad got really bad. He got Lewy bodies dementia, the same one that Robin Williams had.
You forgot your address the other day.
Yeah, so I want to be tested. I know.
Home sweet home.
That's what Google Maps are for.
Yeah.
Soon we won't have to worry about that because the cars will drive themselves.
Yep.
Yep. When we get really old,
Won't be driving mine.
well, we'll be able to get driven around by a...
Can't do donuts and fishtails.
So,
Right.
I've got to get my clothes. We're all set up, are we? You've got the dogs. It's the main thing. We're going to be tagging team with the car. Stephen gets to drive my beautiful Snowy.
Oh, look, I've got shit out my window already.
Right, let me get my clothes and then we're ready to go. I have waited 10 years to do this track because every time I go up there it's been raining and you can't do it if it's wet at all. And I know that when I came back from my big trip, when I did the solo trip across the Simpson Desert and up to the Cape, I came back and it was raining along that Battle Camp Road and the mud built up around my tyres so thick that it was peeling off as the tyre turned and the car was skidding.
It's that red clay.
I was doing 10 kilometres an hour and it was sliding like this. So that's on the flat. So it's the same mud. So, and it's an incline like this. So you'll never get up it.
It's that
Maybe snow chains.
It's red. It's that red clay. Beautiful when it's dry and slippery as a con man when it's wet.
You've got all the little analogies, haven't you, babe?
Thank you.
Let's go.
Right.
That's not good, Snowy. Don't you want to go?
What happened?
Well, I just jumped in to try and Bluetooth in so that you can use your radio because this doesn't have Bluetooth. Tried to turn her over and she doesn't want to go. So, we'll have to crank up the battery with the charger. That's all right.
Hang on. Copy bonnet.
Honey Bunny to the rescue.
Well, the battery started fine yesterday.
My car doesn't want to go. It wants to stay here.
All we did was plug the fridge in last night to the other battery, but I don't know how the current's gone.
No, it can't.
I know.
No, this battery's been playing up for a while, the starter motor, because it hasn't been driven. It doesn't get driven very often now, this car.
It's bloody not that old.
He wouldn't have a clue how old the batteries are. He never buys them.
You know you will see that.
I know.
As soon as I cut this.
I'll be in trouble.
House with no 15 amp power cords.
Why not?
We don't have any 15 amp plugs in the whole place.
Well, get one.
Yeah, well,
We've had a Sparky here 3 times.
all good.
I didn't even know you want one. If you want these things, you've got to ask me, babe.
I want a lot of things I always ask for, I never get.
Excuse me. You've got a very expensive game boat. You've got a very expensive 6-metre boat. You've got a brand new 4.6 coming, and you've got an inordinately expensive car sitting right here. What do you mean you don't get what you want?
I wasn't talking about toys.
Oh. I'm too exhausted buying stuff for you. Just get the car fixed.
All
Come
right,
on.
right, get in there.
We were supposed to leave at 6. We never leave on time.
Hang on. Right?
Yeah, do you want me to start?
Go. Yesterday your belt slipped a bit.
No, it's going in for a service next week.
Yeah, but every time you've taken this in for a service, these belts are notorious for doing that when it's cold. We'll stop it now.
I'll get them through another belt time, whatever they have to do. I'll tell them it's squealing.
Okay guys, well, spur of the moment, as usual, her idea, spur of the moment stuff. We can't go fishing at the moment because we've got a broken boat and we've got the usual consistent trade winds. So we've decided to go and do a bucket list item of Karen's, which is doing the CREB track, which is the Cairns Regional Electricity Board track. It's the old power line running up to Cooktown, the old track going up there. We go through a lot of Aboriginal land, some beautiful rainforest creeks and bits and pieces. It's known as probably one of the worst tracks, four-wheel drive tracks in Australia, but only if it rains overnight. It's closed in the wet season, of course, because it's red clay and yeah, slippery as.
Slippery as, very steep.
But we're doing it in the middle of the dry because we're pussies.
Because we don't want to get stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We've got to try out this new truck.
Well, yeah, I know.
And we're going to take my Snowflake for a run, although she doesn't want to go. She wouldn't start this morning.
Well, started fine yesterday.
But she didn't want to go this morning, but we fixed that with the,
Well, we plugged the fridge in overnight. And
no, the fridge has nothing to do with it.
I know it's not supposed to draw back, but maybe there's an issue there anyway.
Get the auto electrician.
Give it a good charge today. So, all right. Well,
we've got the dogs.
To trial the four-wheel drive, we just go straight to the hardest track in Australia.
And that's why Snowy has to come, because Snowy might have to save the cruiser.
You never know. All right, we're going to get underway right now and head up to Daintree, cross the river, and then it's jobs
uphill
on
from there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go.
Honey bunnies? We're
on
our way.
We're on our way.
CREB track.
Yep.
Oh, can't you feel the weight of, like, the further you go out of range? Like I've just posted a thing, but soon we'll be out of range. No more social media. No more business.
No more things breaking down, although...
Oh, we don't know that.
What a week.
Has been one of those.
I keep saying that. I should stop saying that.
Yeah. We're very lucky to be able to just be able to go, you know what?
Do this, yeah.
Tomorrow, let's go and do the CREB track.
Yeah.
And try out the new truck.
Yeah. So. I just wish I'd learned all the systems straight up. But
before we go on one of the most challenging four-wheel drive tracks.
Anyway, I think...
You've had it for 2 weeks, Ryan. What's your excuse?
Give me a break.
Well, it didn't come with an instruction booklet, and it's got all these whiz-bang things.
It has got more buttons than a 747.
Yeah, all aftermarket stuff. We don't even know what half of it does, so...
Well, I've got an idea, and some of it you can't play with until you get on the dirt, though.
Yeah, so we'll soon find out.
Yeah.
We didn't get very far.
Tell ya.
Clifton Beach.
What a week.
Clifton Beach, and the radio stopped working.
You know what? I'm usually pretty patient with this shit, but now I'm gonna start to lose it. Trouble is the fuse. I don't know where the fuse is for this. Hidden up in there somewhere.
Because these lights don't work either.
Oh, I know. Well, that's what I mean. I've been wanting to get this in and get it looked at.
Oh, you got the lights working. They never were working. What happened there?
I don't know.
Is that some sort of breaker or fuse that turns everything on? What are these things for then?
They're the lights.
Well, how come you turn this and the lights go on?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, it's not critical not having a radio. Just stop in at BCF. Where's the closest BCF, and I'll buy one of those little ones. They're like $40. Do you want to do that?
Closest BCF is...
Yeah.
Right away.
It's only 20 minutes, if that. Let's do that, hey? Old MacGyver fixed it again. Hey?
What else is this week going to throw at us?
And now,
man,
hopefully it's going to keep working. There's some panel, there's something in there that's not working, I reckon.
No.
I mean, there's some...
You need to have the ignition turned on.
Oh my God!
I just worked it out.
MacGyver! Oh, good girls. Hey? Looking at the vista? Nice view? Everyone's having a pee. Hey?
Yep, through there and then around.
Sure?
Yeah, yep.
Well, everyone's waiting to see who's going to go first. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars here. And Ryan reckons he's going to have a crack, so I'm going to follow him. I've never crossed the Daintree through the water before. Normally we take the ferry. So hopefully it's not too deep. But anyway, we've got snorkels, we'll be right. Crossed the Daintree River for the first time without a ferry. It hasn't rained much, so the water really is only sort of 60 centimetres high. It didn't really come over the wheels, so we handled it pretty easily. So now we are continuing on to more river crossings and a hill called the Big Hill.
Another gate up here.
Probably leave it open for them.
Yeah, that's handy.
Very handy, isn't it?
I'll just wait until they come and either come through here.
In the shaded areas, there's a fair bit of wet clay. It's from that overnight dew, I imagine. A little bit slippery here and there, but it's all good, I think.
Coming up.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Hey?
Yeah, I just bashed my ass on the
You
bottom.
hit the back.
Long wheelbase.
Go slow on this one.
Oh, it's not as bad as snowy because it's a short wheelbase.
Yeah.
The tow bar. Oh, here we go, a bit of a climb. Yeah, imagine how sticky this would be if it was really wet.
Oh yeah, it would be a nightmare right in the wet.
It's so deceptive with the the film. You don't see how steep it is. It's hard to get the depth perception or the height perception when you film.
Just gonna pull up here and go to low range, hang on.
Low range?
Oh, for what's in front of us.
I'm going to try this in high range.
Oh, you might get up it high.
Some pretty good steep hills in there.
Yeah, it's good. Like when I went on that Battle Camp Road and it's this clay and it was flat and I was skating like on ice, like literally the whole car was just sliding. You can imagine you would not be able to get up or even be quite dangerous coming down on this clay because it gets all around your wheels, and it's like your car's on high heels. It's got 2 inches of clay around your whole wheel, and then yeah, you got absolutely you just slide. No, oh, it hit there, but it hit here too.
Did it?
Yeah, it hit here because you're so long.
No scratches.
No, it just hit on the dirt.
Oh yeah, well that would have hit it. There was a bit of rock there.
No, Snowy hit too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The toe ball.
Oh, that's a bit scratched there.
And it's got to be kind of pretty steep for Snowy to hit. Oh, good one. We're just getting to know this truck. How handy is that? Hey, do you like your new truck?
Yeah. Eats this up pretty well.
I love my Snowy.
I only put it in low range in that steep bit just because it sounded like it was starting to labour.
Well, it's pretty heavy. This car probably weighs 2.5 times what Snowy does.
Yeah.
2 times anyway, at least.
Yeah. Well, we're about halfway along. We've climbed some steep slopes, crossed some beautiful creeks, and travelled through some of the most spectacular and pristine rainforest. In the next episode, we will be tackling the Big Red Hill as we continue our CREB track journey from Cairns to the Lionsden Hotel. But for now, it's time to stop for lunch at one of these beautiful creeks and enjoy the serenity of this fabulous rainforest. Join us next week for part 2.